Hi, greetings, esteemed participants, and a warm welcome to everyone. And thank you so much for joining us today for an exciting and much anticipated webinar using Copilot Studio Agents with local PDF files for generative responses and email drafting. I would request participants who have joined to wait for a couple of more minutes so that a few more participants can join and then we can kick off the webinar. Once again, thank you so much for joining. Request your patience. So thank you so much, guys, for your patience and to the participants who have joined now. A very warm welcome to you guys. And we are very excited about today's webinar as the topic is a hot one. It's using Copilot Studio Agents with local PDF files for generative responses and email drafting. Now, my name is Avesh Chaudhary, and I'm the Client Solution Advisor at Inogic. And it is a real pleasure to have you all with us. And I'm sure today's session will be insightful and helpful for everyone. Now, before we begin, I have a small request. Please make sure your microphones are muted during this session. This will help avoid any background noise and make it easier for everyone to follow along. And if you have any questions or comments during the webinar, feel free to type them in the chat window. I will also have time set aside at the end of the session for a live Q&A, where we'll answer all your questions in detail. Now, before diving into our main topic, let me quickly introduce Inogic and tell you a bit about who we are and what we do. So, Inogic is based in the vibrant city of Mumbai, India, and was founded back in 2006 by Ms. Ruhi Sheikh, a well-known expert and a former 10 times Microsoft MVP. Since then, we have grown into a strong and experienced team of more than 200 professionals, including 100 plus consultants who specialize in Microsoft Dynamics 365 and Power Platform. Now, over the years, we have worked with over 200 clients and successfully completed more than 1,000 plus projects across 50 plus countries. We serve a wide range of industries such as IT, manufacturing, oil and gas, finance, and many more. Now, our dedication to sharing knowledge is reflected in our blogs, which have received over 5 million views. Now, in addition to our products, we also offer a variety of professional services. Inogic Services Division is known as a trusted offshore delivery center for Microsoft Dynamics 365 and Power Platform. Now, we help clients by providing expert supports for requirement analysis, process design, solution development, and implementation. Now, we handle everything from full project development to system migrations, custom solution building, integration work, and ISV support. Now, our team is well equipped to handle a wide range of projects across the entire Power Platform ecosystem. Now, let's turn our attention to the main topic of today's session, using Copilot Studio Agents with local PDF files for generative responses and email drafting. Now, in today's fast moving digital world, productivity and efficiency are more important than ever. So at Inogic, we believe in giving people and teams the tools they need to do their best work. So in this session, we'll explore how Copilot Studio Agents can help you use your own PDF files to generate helpful responses and draft emails, saving you time and boosting productivity. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Ms. Prachi Jadhav, who will guide us through the key points of today's discussion. So thank you once again for joining the session, folks. Over to you, Prachi.
Thank you, Avish, for setting up the context. Just to reintroduce myself, I'm Prachi Jadhav, a Microsoft Dynamics functional consultant here at Inogic, and I'll be walking you through a live demonstration of a custom Copilot, how it interacts with prompts, and how you can build one for yourself. And I assure you that this is going to be an extremely informative webinar. Now, coming to our main topic, that is how to use Copilot Studio Agents with our local PDF files to generate responses and draft emails. Microsoft Copilot Studio Agents are like smart virtual assistants. They use AI to understand context and help automate tasks in real time. These bots can handle routine actions, answer questions, and deliver the right information when it's needed, saving time and improving efficiency. So, in today's demo, we'll be focusing on how these agents can retrieve information from local PDF documents, generate contextual responses, and even draft emails with relevant content and attachments, all with minimal manual effort. Now, coming to the key takeaways of this webinar, as a part of this session, I'll be walking you through how Copilot Studio agents can be configured to work with Power Automate in real world scenarios, such as retrieving data from PDF files, using AI to draft emails, and attaching the right documents to those emails automatically. Well, these are the end to end capabilities we are aiming for. Today's live configuration demo will focus specifically on configuring the connection between Copilot and Power Automate and how we can retrieve the relevant data from this integration. The rest, like using AI to generate email content and handle attachments, will be discussed conceptually so you get the full picture, even though I won't be showing their configuration step by step in this session. So at Inogic, we have made a significant achievement by enhancing Copilot's capabilities, transforming it into a powerful solution that can now manage multiple complex tasks, such as integrating with local systems, automating data retrieval, and streamlining workflows, all within a single unified platform. Let me quickly demonstrate a few examples on what a Copilot can do. Allow me to share my screen. Okay, so my CRM is open. We have embedded our custom Copilot within the accounts entity. So I'm inside my accounts entity. I'll click on the three dots. I'll open my Copilot. Okay, there we have it. Now picture yourself as a salesperson and your manager asks you about the scope of one of your past projects. Typically, you'd have to search through your system, locate the right document, open it, and manually look for the project scope. With Copilot, I can simplify this by providing a prompt directly to my bot. Let me first show you where the related files are stored locally. So here is the folder containing various proposal documents, quotations, and more. As you can see, the project names follow a consistent format. For example, project name hyphen IPSD hyphen a number. This could be anything. Now, returning to a use case wherein your manager needs the scope of a particular project, we'll send a prompt to our Copilot with a partial file name of the relevant document from the folder. And based on the content of the file, I'll ask Copilot to retrieve the project details for us. So let me ask my first question. It would be, what is the scope of XYZ hyphen IPSD hyphen 01? So while it searches, it will present me with this message stating that it is searching for the project number that it has retrieved from my query. So this might take a couple of seconds as one action is going on in the backend. That is, it is searching the relevant folder, the file, and then it would retrieve the information. Okay, and there you go. It has, once again, I would like to mention one notable aspect which is worth mentioning is that I only provided a partial file name while querying our Copilot, and yet it accurately retrieved and displayed the correct data. Now let us verify whether the data presented by Copilot matches the actual content of the file. Let me go back to my folder and let me open our file. This is my file, and this is the content that my Copilot has retrieved. As you can see, based on the data Copilot retrieved from the file, it generated a summary of information in a well-presented format. Now I can take Copilot's response and share it with my manager through Teams or even a quick message. And if it needs to be sent via email, I can simply ask Copilot to draft and send the email for me as well. So let us query our Copilot accordingly. I'll ask it to draft an email with above data or above information. Anything works. And I'll query my Copilot. So again, it would take a couple of seconds. And meanwhile, it does the action. I'll get this message. And here we have our email. It says below is a link for the draft email. Click the below button to open it in a new tab. So let us click the link. Our Outlook got opened. As you can see, the same content got pasted in the email body, as well as we can see the subject also got auto-populated. Now, alternately, if you would like to generate a PDF of the retrieved information, we can adjust the query accordingly. So let us do that, but this time we'll try a different project name. Let us ask what is the scope of RDP-IPSD-01. Again, it would take a couple of seconds, and meanwhile, it will just display that it is searching for the project number. Meanwhile, let me just go to my local folder and show you that one such file exists in the system. Let us go back to our application. It would just take a couple of seconds more, and there we go. We have the information presented yet again in a well summarized, presentable format. Now, coming to our main use case, let us query our Copilot to create an email with the above data. First, we'll ask it to create a document. So I'll ask it to create a PDF for the above information, and I'll send it. It says, please wait while we prepare the link to your document. It would again take a couple of seconds. Now, what is expected here is our Copilot will present us a link from where we can download the PDF that we had asked for. And there we go. It says here is a downloadable version of the document you requested. You can click the link below to begin the download directly. So let us do that. Let us click the link. And as you can see, a PDF got downloaded. Let me open it real quick. And there we have it. We have all the information that was presented to us in the previous query, well pasted in a template. Now, this is the template that we have adjusted in the background. We have set it in the backend. We can change it anytime according to your liking. Now, coming back, let us ask two actions at once. So let us query accordingly to draft an email and attach the above PDF. And we will send it. Again, it says kindly hold on while we prepare the email with the attachment. It would take again a couple of seconds as two actions are going on in the background. That is drafting an email as well as attaching the above PDF. So let us wait. It would just take a couple of seconds more. There we go. We have the link. Let me click on that. And as you can see, this time, email body is set as the thing that you can see on your screen. And the PDF got attached in form of a PDF attachment. Let me open this real quick just to validate that it is the same PDF and it is the same. So accordingly, you can send it to the recipients. Now, the role of AI here is to intelligently understand the document's content and context. When you search for specific information, the AI bot processes the document's metadata, extracts relevant details, and then performs the requested actions, all in real time. It makes document management and retrieval seamless and efficient, ensuring quick, accurate results without any manual effort. If you have any questions regarding this, feel free to send them to the chat. The questions would be addressed in the end. Okay. Although I've walked you through the different use cases of our custom Copilot can support, I'll be configuring and demonstrating only the information retrieval feature today given the time constraints. So let us do that. And the very first step is to install and configure the on-premise data gateway, which is crucial for linking your Copilot to local files and establishing a secure connection. This setup will generate a connection reference that we will use to access the files. As you can see on my screen, I've already installed the application. So let's move ahead. Just a quick note, make sure that this application stays open as it maintains the connection to your local files. Okay, so now let us begin with the custom Copilot creation. Simply search for Copilot Studio on your browser, sign in with your credentials, and then you'll land on this particular page. I'll change the environment wherein I'm going to create my bot. Now, you might be already familiar with this, but just to ensure we are all on the same page, an environment is like a separate space or folder where all your work like chatbots, flows, and data is organized for a specific project or team. Next, we'll click on agents. The agent is overall Copilot that we are building. It's like the digital assistant itself. I'll click on the new agent. It would take a couple of seconds as brand new Copilot is getting generated for us. Okay, there we have it. We'll land on this particular page. It would say, it would ask us what would you like to make. We can simply give it here, but since I'll be showing you the configuration, let us skip this and I'll click on skip to configure. This is the next page where I'll have to enter the name for my agent. So let me enter it as databot. You can even add the description, the instructions, etc. I'll just skip it as of now and I'll click on the create button. Our agent is getting set up. It would take a couple of seconds. And there we have it. At this point, we'll navigate to topics. Simply click here. Let me refresh this page real quick. Let me hard refresh. Also, topics are the specific tasks or questions this Copilot can handle, like answering project queries or pulling data from a file. In our case, we're only configuring for data retrieval. Okay, and as you can see, we have 4 by default topics, but we'll be creating one from scratch. So let us click on plus, add a topic from blank. At this point, you can enter a name for your topic. Let us add it as data retrieval. Okay, as you can see, when a topic is created, a trigger step is automatically generated. I have already prepared my content well in advance, so I'll simply copy and paste it here to save time, and I'll explain each part as we go along. So let me add description for my trigger. Let me go to my prompt. Let me paste it here. Now this description also helps train the Copilot to recognize a specific syntax. Next, let me add a step to recognize the project or the task number asked in the prompt. So for that, I'll click on the plus button. I'll have to scroll down, go to advanced, generative answers. Once you have this, you'll be able to view the input field. Click on arrow, formula, expand the formula window. I'll go back to my prompt and copy it. Let me paste it over here. Click on insert. Now the project or the task number that is identified by the Copilot needs to be somewhere, right? So for that, we'll create a variable here. For that, simply click on edit, switch off this toggle, click on advanced. I'll uncheck this. Click on select a variable. Since we do not have any variable, we'll create a new one. So click on create new and a variable got created. Let me quickly change the name for the same. Simply click on the cross button. Now we'll have to add a step to search the asked query in a database, get the response, and store it in some output variable. And to do that, I'll add a pre-built Power Automate flow designed to connect the CRM with local files, retrieve the relevant data based on the prompt, and display it on your screen. Before that, let me save my topic so that we do not lose our progress. Let me also hard refresh our screen. Okay, so to add the Power Automate flow, click on the plus button, click on add an action, and the search. I'll search for my Power Automate based on a keyword, and there I have it. I'll also add the input and output variable in which it will be stored. So input variable we just created a few minutes back. I'll select the same. Here is the output variable. Let me rename it real quick. And click on the cross button. So we have added our Power Automate. Let me also take you through the Power Automate flow that we are using. So this is the Power Automate flow that we are using. Here it is trigger. At the next step, we have created a variable to be used later. This step here, that is the third step, is where your Microsoft Copilot Studio will access to your local files while using the connection reference from your on-premise data gateway. If a connection is already created, you can simply select that, or while creating the step, you can add the connection name, root folder, and proceed. We've already added that, but let me show you how to add the root folder. meaning the folder that your flow will access. So I have simply selected my step. I'll click on the change connection reference, and here we'll have the connection references available. Or else if you don't have one, you can always create a new connection reference. We've already added that. And please note that this is an important step. It would then check if the project number that you have asked in the prompt matches with the local file titles. It would retrieve this data at this point, and lastly, it will display on your bot. Finally, we send the relevant files information to the topic. So this was about the Power Automate flow that we have just embedded within a topic. Let us go back to our topic. Now the next step is to display the information on our screen. And for this, we'll write a prompt for our Copilot, which consists of instructions in natural language, and we'll set the variable where it should be stored. So click on the plus button, scroll, advance, generative answers. Again, we'll click on the input arrow, navigate to formula, expand the formula window. Let me get to real quick. And paste it. Let me replace our input and output variables over here. I'll click on. Okay, so this prompt here uses activity.txt, which is our original query, and job information, which is the data retrieved from our local relevant file. And it gives us a response to our original query. So let us insert that. And at the very end, I'll just add a step to end a topic. For that, click on plus, click on topic management, and end all topics. We'll simply save. It would take a couple of seconds. Just to recap briefly, we have created a topic, added a description to our trigger, entered a formula, created a variable to store the project or the task number in a variable, used Power Automate to retrieve data from local files and store it, displayed the information using a natural language prompt, and finally added an endpoint and saved our agent. So now our Copilot is ready to be tested, and let us try the data retrieval prompt. Before that, let me turn off the debug mode. Okay, so let us query our bot. I'll query it as what is the scope of XYZ-IPSD-01. As you can see, it is processing. Here we can see that our session has started and it is in progress. It would again take a couple of seconds to find the folder, to find the relevant file, to find the relevant information and present it on our screen. And there we go. Once again, we have the scope of the asked query or the asked file in a summarized and well-presented manner. So similarly, you can send the same information to your Power Automate to perform other actions like document generation, email generation, etc. This is how you can create your very own Copilot to simplify your work. Oh, and did I mention that this Copilot can be embedded in any entity within CRM, Outlook, SharePoint, or even within Microsoft Teams? We would now like to hear from you on how you have found this webinar to be so far. The polls are now open and up on your screens. I would request you all to participate in the same.
Thank you so much, Prachi. Folks, I would request you guys to participate in the poll, as this will help us to understand things better, and maybe this would be kind of an work as a feedback, and we'll work on it and maybe give you a better presentation on a better topic or any discussion. So request you to participate in the poll, please. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Now we'll get started with the Q&A session. So anyone has any questions or queries which they would like to ask about today's topic, about the today's webinar, feel free to put it in the chat window and we'll address them accordingly.
So, guys, we got a query from Alan that is there a way to query a website? Yeah, definitely. Uh, uh, Querying a website, that depends. Copilot itself, out of the box, provides a way to query website, which are just by adding knowledge to it. If you have some, yeah, in knowledge, you can add different data sources uh, based on your requirement. If there are some advanced, like some complex query requirements, then you can also do the same. How we have queried the basically how we have called the Power Automate, and through that we did some complex any complex scenario, we can do that. Saying that if we get some just data and not exactly the answer to query on that, we can basically send that data back from the Power Automate, and then the query that we want to do on that data, we can ask that through generative answers, which we did in our case in this step. Let me just show you. Yeah, which was done in the step where we added that job information and the activity test. This. So similarly, you can also make use of Power Automate if there are some complex scenarios. But usually, all the queries from your usual queries can be answered through just the knowledge sources. Any other queries?
I hope that answers your question, Alan. If you have any follow-up question, you can shoot it right away. All right. Thank you so much, Alan, for asking the query. Really appreciate that. Now, as we are on the end, right? So I would like to thank Prachi for an exceptionally clear and insightful presentation. Now, you provided us with a comprehensive and engaging overview of how Microsoft Copilot Studio Agents are transforming the way we work by seamlessly integrating intelligent features and automation into everyday tasks. Now, your ability to demonstrate the practical value of these tools using relatable and real world examples truly help bring the technology to life. Now, one particularly compelling example was how AI-powered agents can extract relevant information from PDF stored on local machine. This not only eliminates the need for tedious manual data entry, but also enhances accuracy and efficiency, freeing up valuable time for more strategic work. Additionally, your demonstration on how Copilot can generate personalized emails and automatically attach the appropriate documents was both impressive and highly practical. Now, it clearly illustrated how AI can elevate the quality of our communications while reducing repetitive efforts. Another standout moment was your explanation on how easily Copilot Studio Agents can integrate it with Power Automate to streamline and optimize workflows, all without the need for writing a single line of code. So this no-code capability makes powerful automation accessible to a much broader range of users, opening doors to innovation across different roles and departments. Uh, Perhaps most importantly, your session helped shift our perspective that Copilot isn't just about speeding up processes. It's about working more intelligently by turning routine documents into actionable insights and enabling smarter, more personalized interactions. Tools like Copilot Studio Agents have the potential to make our work not only more efficient, but also more impactful and meaningful. So, thank you once again for such an informative and inspiring session. Now, also, folks, allow us to explain further on the diverse array of services Inogic offers. Now, we offer techno-functional consulting services wherein our experienced consultants work closely with businesses to smoothly implement dynamic CRM modules customized to meet specific business needs. Then we have development services and expertise with the deep knowledge of the Microsoft ecosystem. We deliver tailored solutions for integration, data migration, system implementation, and custom development. Then we have Power Platform expertise. Now, we help organizations use the Power Platform to build apps, automate processes, and gain insights through powerful data analysis tools. Lastly, AI solutions. Now, using Azure OpenAI and Copilot, we create smart AI solutions designed to improve and simplify key business operations. Now, we also offer flexible engagement models to fit your needs. One is time and material model, when you pay based on the actual time and resources used, similar to hiring a contractor for a specific task. Then there's a dedicated FTE teams, where you get a full-time team of experts focused only on your projects, without the hassle of hiring and managing in-house staff. Then there's offshore delivery centers. Our offshore delivery team in Mumbai provides high-quality services at a lower cost, helping you save money while staying efficient and agile. Now, as we draw the curtains on today's enlightening webinar, we extend our heartfelt appreciation for your active participation. Should queries arise or further assistance be required, we encourage you to reach out to Inogic or dispatch an email to crm@inogic.com. Now, we sincerely hope everyone walked away with a clearer understanding of the strategic value Copilot Studio Agents can bring, from reducing operational friction to enabling a more agile, intelligent workplace. So thank you once again, guys, for joining. Really appreciate your time. And thank you, Prachi, for a wonderful session. You guys have a great day ahead.